What's up, y'all? This is Rom coming back at you with yet another car video. Yeah. Too many men out here don't feel good about themselves. And I said I was going to do that today and everything, because there's a lot of guys out here don't feel good about themselves. And I've talked about this before, but, it's twas the day before Christmas. So, I said I'll do it again. Plus, I said I'd do it. I would talk about it on yesterday. I said I'll address this issue. Because it's a major issue, in fact. Because, we got to be real out this joint. A lot of guys don't feel good about themselves. Which is why they having trouble. Ice possible. Drive with care. Well, damn, we don't know this. It's snowing out this month. That snow don't bother me, though. Just gotta drive a little slow. Put that shit into, low and shit. Ha, ha, ha. Yeah. And y'all remember yesterday I was taking my car in and everything. But anyway, they fixed it quick. Could have been a few days. They had to take it to the dealer to fix something. This car's been pretty good. But anyway, back to what I was going to talk about. Many men out here just don't feel good about themselves. And I'm going to tell you what, it really causes problems on so many levels. Not just getting the punani. Not just on that level, but just on the level of just, just making it through life and everything. Because your main, as I always say, your main relationship got to be with yourself. But if you don't feel good about yourself, how you going to do anything else? Because you can't wait for anybody. Yeah, everybody else can pump you up and say you feel good, say you look good and all that shit. But if you don't feel good, shit, it ain't going to do much. Go ahead, take your time. It's got ice out this month. Snowing and shit. I ain't worried about it. It's just snow. Snow don't bother me. But anyway, right? You got to feel good about yourself out here. You got to feel good about everything. Let me use that thing that really hits a lot of guys. A lot of guys don't feel good about themselves because they don't look like Chad. Shit. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck. I don't look shit like Chad. I don't need to. Chad don't look like me. That's how I look at that shit. Because I get some dudes, they try to come at me, but I feel good about how I look. If they don't like it, well, first of all, who gives a shit if a man don't like it? And even if there's a lot of women who don't like it, who gives a shit? As long as some women like it or they like something about me, that's all that matters. But let me get into that some deeper. Every man got to feel good about being his best version. That's why I talk about body game. What do I say with body game? The main thing. The main thing is your best body. Not somebody else's best body. If it's a little dark out here, well, it's snowing out this motherfucker and it's early. And y'all need to be focused on my what I'm saying anyway. Y'all know what the fuck I look like. If y'all can't see, well. But anyway, don't worry about that shit. Because you get some guys thinking, well, I don't look like Chad. You don't need to. Chad look like Chad. Like I always say, be your best. And women like different shit anyway. Because most guys, let's be real, you worried about how you look so you can get the pussy. But it's kind of funny, motherfuckers say that shit, but how many motherfuckers personally know a person that got that perfect jawline and all that shit? Getting pussy. How many people personally know that? People fantasize and they don't know what the fuck they get. Shoot. Because even when they use some models and shit, some of those models be looking at other men. So what the fuck you want to look like them for? And women like different things. Like, y'all remember last year and stuff when I couldn't eat anything. I was real slim and shit. And there was a bunch of guys. They come on, hey, you looking great, Uncle Rom. I'm looking like emaciated like a motherfucker. They telling me you looking great. Yet it was women. Women, they were saying, Ron, man, you got to put on some weight. You need me to bring over some food? Shit. In fact, in my lifetime, I've had more women, like, give me compliments when I had some weight on me than when I didn't have some weight on me. But that was my personal best. And I was actually good with it. I was actually good with it, regardless of what my weight was or whatever. Only time I wasn't good with it was last year, and that's only because I wasn't eating. You know, you start noticing when you can't eat, you start noticing all those commercials and everything advertising foods. It's like, damn, I can't eat that shit. I can't eat that shit. Shit. And then, you know, some dudes worried about their height. They ain't 6 feet. Well, damn. You ain't. You the height you are, motherfucker. Who gives a fuck? Even with these stupid ass bitches online, and I'm gonna use the word bitches, complaining about a man's height. And I'm gonna use the word bitches because if you tell these women, okay, you worried about that man's height, watch how they cry if you say, well, hold up, we can't control height. What you doing about your weight? You can control that. Yeah, you be thinking about that shit. You can control that. And even with yourself, you can control it. They can control it, right? You know? And then whatever your talents is, let's get past the looks and all that. Whatever your talents is, every man got a talent out there. Look, you can't be worried about other man. You can't be competing with another man. The other man got his own demons to fight, even if you don't necessarily see it. You don't have to get mad at him or anything. Every single man out here got something. Every single man is supposed to is a creator. The fact that we can create babies, we can make all these systems out here, these political, economic, spiritual systems. The fact we can do stuff, that's our nature. Nobody can take that from us, you know? And just like as a group we can do that, every single man got something within him. You see, many men don't feel good about themselves because they comparing themselves to another man, which is some bullshit. Or they stupid enough, and I'm going to use the word stupid enough to listen to some other man trying to put them down. But if another man is trying to put you down, that really means they don't feel good about themselves and they just trying to deflect from their own shortcomings. Because a man who feel good about himself don't feel the need to put down someone else. Don't feel the need to go after somebody else. Definitely don't feel the need to like talk about some other guy's looks or his body build or his height or anything. Shit. He don't feel the need to do all that because he got all his shit he got going on. He got all his stuff he's doing. And that's how it is. That's how it's supposed to be. But see, a lot of men don't feel good about themselves, so what they do? Like, let's get back to that looks thing. Because I be seeing some clips and stuff, guys be going to some other man to check them out as far as they look, how they look and stuff. How they built. That's some bullshit. The fuck you asking another man for? It don't matter. Shit. I mean, if you gotta do that, at least have enough sense to ask a woman about that shit. Because you trying to get up in the woman. You ain't trying to get, what the fuck that man, another man mean? Unless you flow that way. If you flow that way, this ain't the right channel for you. And yeah, you get some guys who flow that way, but shit, that shit don't matter. And even, and you know what? Here's the thing, even regardless of what they say, you still gotta feel good about yourself. You gotta feel good. Hey, look, you gotta have the mindset like, all right, well, I let the Bible bless me. I'm fixing up. I'm good. Because that's one thing. If you see, okay, like, if you're talking like man gets woman, hey, girl. If you talk about man gets woman, right? If you look at players, one thing about players, they get called conceited, cocky, all that. That's because they feel good about themselves, regardless of what they look like. In fact, when you take an honest look at men and women, really, who have no trouble getting a mate or something, they really, and I've talked about this before, men and women who, they more open sexually, they bohemian. They ain't nothing slowing down their sex drive. They think they look better than they actually do to everybody else. But you know what? All that counts is what they feel about themselves. That's the only thing that really counts. All that other shit, it's like whatever. Because your main relationship is with yourself. Now, if you don't feel good about yourself, this is what's going to happen, particularly in relationships. If you don't feel good about yourself, you could have a fine ass woman checking you out, but you ain't gonna think she really checking you out. She might be saying hi and stuff, sending you signals and stuff. Hell, might even approach you. But because you don't feel good about yourself, you gonna be like, nah, she don't want something. She want to use me or something. You ain't feeling good. You ain't gonna feel like you even deserve her. Some bullshit like that. Shit. Because you don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, if you don't feel good about yourself, then how is somebody supposed to love you? How's a woman supposed to love you? You don't love yourself. Fuck all that shit. Like I said, your main relationship is with yourself. Because when you love yourself, what you going to do? You're going to take care of yourself. You're going to fix yourself up. You're going to hit the gym, not even for the women, but just to keep yourself in good shape. You're going to hit the gym for that reason. You're going to let the barber bless you because you like looking at yourself in the mirror. And yeah, now, and somebody call that shit conceited, cocky, whatever. Fuck them. You got to live with yourself. Because see, when somebody don't love themselves, those are the type of people who end up hurting themselves. Those are people who are use drugs and shit, destroy themselves. Because they don't feel good about themselves. Those are people who get used. Those are people, if somebody say, well, you ain't this or that. And I've met men and women like that. I know this real beautiful woman. It didn't take much to fuck with her head. Yet, even though she in her 60s, guys still looking like, damn, girl. In fact, she used to be, put this up. Anyway, she used to be one of those, girls in one of those magazines. That's how good she looked, but she didn't think so. Shoot, you spend half your time dealing with that. But I'm talking about the men now. I'm talking about the men. Oh man, just hate snow. Good thing I got a garage to park my car in. Shit. Good thing. Yeah, they don't got the trucks out, anything. I think this was all of a sudden. Those people got that fancy about a white Christmas and shit. Yeah. Anyway, right? Look, as a man, look. The first person you gotta love, the first person that you're in a main relationship with is yourself. You gotta feel good about yourself. You're alive, right? Feel good about that. You're alive, you can do stuff. You got talent. Think about it. You got something to you that nobody else on the planet got. Think about it. You got 4 billion people. You never realized there was a street right there. Anyway, you got 4 billion people on the planet. And none of them are like you. Think about it. I don't give a shit how close they look like you, what their circumstances are. None of them like you. That's, first of all, realize that you're that unique. Every single man is more unique than anyone else. Let's see something. Alright, let me pull here. There's always that weird turn. That's the first thing. Nobody is like you. Be proud of that shit. Stand on that shit. And you know what? Nah, you might not look like a Chad, but let's just be real. How many motherfuckers look like a Chad? Or you might not be over 6 feet. First of all, most of the male population ain't over 6 feet. Most women ain't that damn tall. And like I said, if you get some bitch who's going to like, and I'm going to use the word bitch for them because they ain't a woman, a grown-ass woman, you know, she ain't going to be tripping over that. She looking at your personality or some shit. But you get some woman or some bitch who's like tripping over how tall you are or some shit, you need to deal with it. Because it's usually the women who tripping over that are usually some overweight ass woman. So, or some woman ain't got all that herself. And if you say that same thing to her, she ready to like cry and stuff. Whatever. You know what, y'all remember that. Don't worry about that. You are what you are. And even if you get, when you get rejected by a woman, okay, you just weren't for her. And that's okay. Because here's something to think about. If that woman rejected you for whatever reason, that means, yeah, she might not have wanted you, but that automatically means she wasn't for you. That automatically means she couldn't have did shit for you. So you don't worry about it. Because look, you the one you gotta look at yourself in the mirror. And yeah, you know what? You made some mistakes and stuff. Well, shit, everybody made some mistakes. Every single person made some motherfucking mistakes on this planet. I want to meet the person that ain't make some mistake or stepped the wrong way, did something. All right, I want to meet that person. I want to meet that person because that's all that matters. That's all that matters. What have they done? Oh man, me and the boys got to go out. Well, the young men, they don't like when I call them boys. Me and the young men got to go out. No, this snow. That's all right. Just real quick with the snow, I remember a couple times some heavy snows when I had to get someplace and I got there. Snow don't stop me. It don't bother me. And I could drive a regular car. I don't even drive a four-wheel drive. Yeah, just put that joint in low and just go a little slow. That's all you had to do. But anyway. And that's something too. Hold up. Let me use that for a lesson. I was just joking right there, but let me use that for a lesson. As a man, figure out, you know what you can do. Figure out what you can do. And even when you make mistakes, let's say, okay, I made that mistake right there. Let me see what's up. All right, let me learn from that. Let me figure out what I had to do. Like I was joking about that snow example, but I'm gonna be real. I can drive through the snow. Give me any car, give me a go-kart. I can get through the snow if I gotta get some. You know, because I remember back in 1978 there was this big snowstorm in DC, but a brother had to get some butter almond ice cream. This brother loves some Briars butter almond ice cream. I love that shit. I ain't had that shit in a while. It's hard to find that. You gotta drive through a black neighborhood to find some butter almond and shit, man. But butter almond's the joint. But I figured if I could walk through the snow, a big snowstorm, just to get some butter almond ice cream, and then I remember in the 90s I had to drive to I knew some women on the St. Joseph's Hawks women's basketball team. They were playing in a championship at GW. And I said, if I can drive through the snow to get there, I can do whatever. But then that's just knowing as a man, knowing who I am, who I can do. And I don't let anybody tell me stuff. And I've had plenty of people try to say, oh, you can't do that. I say, no, you can't do that. Who are you to tell me what I can do? You don't know me. You don't know me at all. Hell, that's even while I ignore some motherfuckers that try to come at me, some trolls or something. I'll use the word impossible to gaslight me, because I know who I am. And every single man watching this, man, you gotta know who you are. You gotta know who you are, what you about, what you can do, what you're capable of, right? And you can't let anybody, like, I can give you, even myself, I can give you some observations, but you gotta know yourself better than anybody. white folks. Yeah. And just real quick, I be seeing some white people running out here, snowstorm and shit. They be having nothing on but some shorts and a light shirt. I be like, white folks. Anyway, right? As a man, that's all you can do. And yeah, you might have gone through some stuff, and you know what? Some men, you might have been fucked up to the point you might need to talk to a therapist or somebody, therapist, spiritual leader, somebody whose word you trust. But at the end of the day, you still have to fix yourself, even if you're going through some stuff. You gotta look, like I said, just in every aspect of life, how you look, your height, your skills, everything. You got to feel good about yourself to go do what you need to do. And yeah, there might be some stuff you might have to work on and everything. Well, shit, that's part of life too. Sometimes you got to work on some shit. You got to work on some shit. It ain't no big deal. It is what it is. It is what it motherfucking is. Shit. You gotta just do it. And any man, y'all gotta do that. Any man watching this, if you having some trouble, if you feeling bad about any area, really look at that area and then you improve it. You know? Like that looks thing. And I'm gonna emphasize, that's about third or fourth time I mentioned the looks, because let's just be real, you get a lot of guys in this sector, especially, they don't feel good about how they look, because they don't look like some Chad, look like some AI and shit. That's about what it really is. Don't look like some shit. Who gives a fuck? You look like you, whoever you are, whatever your name is. Look in the mirror and say, I look like me, and live with that shit. And invariably there's going to be some woman that like it, whatever your height is. You know, it is what it is. You can't really do anything about it. You know, you can do something about your haircut. You can do something about how you dress. I talked about, develop your own style. You can certainly put on different clothes. Only thing you really can't change without a major operation is height. And, in fact, I just had a conversation with a dear brother. I call him a cousin and stuff. Dude, 5'8". That dude be getting women like crazy because you know why? He don't give a fuck. He feel good about himself. And that's how you gotta be just going through life. You know, if your body build, you know, most guys can change the body build. Most guys can change. Most men can change their body build. Most men, I don't care who you are. That's the beauty of body game. Anybody can engage in it. You know, you can still get the best body that you can. You know, and then what you want to do in life, I don't care, whatever your skill is, everybody got a skill at something. You got to do it and make that money. I don't give a shit who you are. Get out there and do it. Get out there and make that money. Do your thing, all right? Yeah. So, anyway, right? Hey, look, man. I'm just gonna get out here and keep doing my thing. All right, yeah, go to the store, get something. Or actually just stop here, because y'all motherfuckers don't even know where I live. So anyway, though. Hey, man. But I probably won't be busy, because I celebrate Christmas. I know everybody don't celebrate Christmas, and that's cool. Respect that. But we celebrate it. Be opening some gifts and stuff, eating and everything. So I want to holler at y'all tomorrow. I'll get back with y'all on Thursday, alright? So, anyway. Y'all have a good Christmas, all that stuff. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. Whatever you celebrate, alright? So, anyway, though. But get off of here. Go do my thing, alright? So, anyway, I'll talk to y'all. Peace and blessings.